Well, hey there everybody, welcome back for another sort of quick look around at what I've still got growing on here in this downstairs pepper garden. Let's start under the fluorescence this week and yeah, I'll show you what's growing on. Now, I seem to be having some issues with this hydroponic garden. I'm not quite sure what those issues are, but we've lost a few plants on the end there. Lost the plant on the end, and the chocolate habanero is, well, I don't think there's any coming back for that one. Starting to wonder if maybe I've got like a nutrient lock going on. So I'm going to need to completely drain the reservoir in this thing and start a fresh batch of nutrients. Hopefully that will be enough to save the ahi pennick in the back there and what's left of the antoi sweet in the front. Not sure if there's much life left in that Chinese 5-color at this point. It'd be nice if it's still around, but yeah. So, sometime this week, I think I'm going to need to be dealing with that. Let's look at the soil plants here beside it. And again, we've got some issues going on. This poor garden salsa is just, it's toast. It's going out to the compost in this coming week, I'm pretty sure. Beside it, we've got the yellow scorpion. Now, this seems to be reacting for the most part fairly well. I'm still fighting the war with the aphids, and so it will go until spring, I'm sure. But it looks like this plant is doing fairly well. I mean, especially when you compare it to the pork belly goat beside it here, which comes back and then dies off and comes back and dies off, and the Jay's peach ghost scorpion there, which I think I just need to face facts and accept that that's no longer with us. Then we've got the sugar rush that we can barely see here. This is kind of surviving, kind of dying. It's a big green-gray area. And the El Oro de Ecuador. It's got some weird kind of wrinkling going on with the leaves, but seems to be surviving. So, yeah, I don't know. It's got some real potential. If this can make it through till next summer and I do take it back outside, that could potentially be an enormous plant with some nice numbers for potential harvests. Potential seems to be my word of the week. Yes, it's all about the potential here in JT's garden. Yeah. Alright, warn your eyes, switching spectrums. Oh, that is crazy going from the one to the other. Here we've got the weary weary, still hasn't been cut back, still sort of struggling for life. You'll notice down on the bottom, this is my newest plan of attack. The rosemary is incredibly potent stuff. So I've been clipping off little bits of it and tossing it in the base of some of these plants, and I've noticed I seem to have a few less aphids in the peppers that have gotten the rosemary sprigs. So another project I've got kind of planned for this week. So I think I'll be making myself a rosemary spray. Oh look, we've got some nice fresh brand new growth coming out of the center of that reaper. Checking the other reaper behind it here. Seem to have some new growth coming in that as well. Excellent. Devil's heart in the back here. We've got a much lighter green growth there. Some interspersed in the back. Might just survive. And sage is doing fantastic. And this rosemary that's now getting clipped and sprinkled around everywhere has been doing just amazing underneath this light. Didn't grow for beans outside, and it's taken forever to get to a point where it is actually growing, but yeah, sure seems to like this LED. So I guess it's not going back outside, and it can just stay here and stay productive. It's fine by me. Oh, these poor peppers. You just got to make it a few more months. It's almost December, and then it's only, what, 7 to go. And on that note, there's really not a lot of change going on in between each of these Sundays in the garden, so I might just start skipping every second one or so and throwing out some, well, other kinds of videos. We'll just see. I got a lot of research that I want to do. I want to focus on production next year instead of varieties and things like that. So, yeah. Plus, I may have the setup going now for for live and interactive type stuff. Looks like Rev and the boys have been having a lot of fun with their live stuff. I don't know if you've checked that out or not, but you probably should if you haven't. And yeah, you know, that's about it. So I'm going to let you go and pull one from Mr. Rev's playbook there. Suggest you look down in the comments. A lot of the people that comment on my garden videos are in fact running much nicer gardens than I've got going. So yeah, well worth a look through and well worth a read and maybe even a click and a subscribe. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later on, everybody. Don't forget, we're starting to skip because it's wintertime now. So alright, take care until I see you next, folks. Bye.